Hey guys, and welcome back to Smart Driving TV. Today I'm going to be driving another Coventry test route for you guys. Today we're going to be doing one of the sign routes in Coventry. So this is one of the sign routes that you can possibly get. So this will be where you're not following a sat nav, which can happen sometimes. So let's get right into it. Starting from the Coventry Test Centre, which is just on my left. I'm going to put the car into drive and I'm going to check all around to make sure it's safe. There's actually a car coming, so I'm going to wait until they pass. Can see they're coming round me. Nothing in my blind spot. Giving a signal because there are some pedestrians who might benefit from it. And then I'm going to move off. Obviously, you'd be in the test centre turning out of here. It's been quite a sunny day today, to be honest with you. I'm driving this on a Sunday, so obviously there'd normally be way more trucks. There's not, as of right now, as of today. But yeah, we should be in for a nice little drive today. Just having a lovely drive down here, currently stuck behind this liner. It's okay, we're patient. So to be honest, it's one of my favourite routes. I think that this is one of the easier routes, to be honest, in Coventry. But then that's just my opinion. Certain people will find it harder. At the traffic lights, the examiner will tell me that I'm going to be turning left because there are currently no signs to follow. What do you guys think? Do you think that it's better to follow a sign or a sat-nav on your driving test? Personally, I think sat-nav's a little bit better because obviously you have that image for yourself. Oh no, the learner in front of me stalled. Or they don't realise that the light's green. I almost beeped them, but they figured it out. Not the best start to your driving test, is it? Luckily the test centre's closed today, so this is just someone doing a mock exam. Okay. So carrying on down this road, we've got this lovely set of lights in front of us. Now be careful, because on the floor here there is a keep clear. It's a little bit faded, but there is a keep clear. Gonna carry on through that amber. It was too late to stop. Yeah, you can go through amber lights if it's not safe to stop, so just remember that, guys. So this is where the sign portion of the test is going to start, and the examiner is going to tell me that I'm following signs for Coventry. So looking at the sign up ahead, I can see that Coventry is the third exit right. So I'm checking my mirrors, giving a signal, going to keep to the right hand side because I'm turning right at the roundabout. And I'm now going to carry on down into the roundabout, nice and steady. Looking to the right nice and early, I can see there is a car coming, so I'm going to wait. After him, it's completely clear, so I'm just going to actually roll through that. Carrying on, staying on the right-hand side of the roundabout for now. That's exit 1 that I've just passed. I'm now coming up to exit number 2. So I'm going to check my centre mirror, my left mirror, nothing is there, signalling left, and getting myself over to this left-hand side. Now, this gives a chance for this car on the right-hand side to overtake me, so it's really important that you get this positioning right. Coming off here, I can see the signs for national speed limit. Now, this road is national speed limit, but to be honest with you, you ain't getting to national speed limit on it, okay? So just try and make the best possible progress you can, but as we start to gain our speed, I can already see a sign in front of us, and again, we're following signs for Coventry. So the examiner might help me out here because the bush is a bit in the way, but I'm just going to slow down. I can see at Coventry is the first exit left, so nice and easy on this one. We're going left, first exit. Again, checking my mirrors because I can see the lanes up ahead, giving a signal, and I'm going to keep to the left-hand side. Now, the M6 has just been freshly painted, so we've got lovely road markings on it at the minute. Coming to this roundabout, I'm giving a good look to the right-hand side. You know what? It's clear. I'm going to carry on. Oh, that's rare, especially on that roundabout, but again, it is a Sunday. Now, this road is 50 miles per hour. And again, you need to make good progress on this road. So I'm going to be travelling I'm at about 48 at the moment. I'm just going to keep a nice consistent speed here. You know what? Potentially, you could even use cruise control here if you wanted to. Entirely up to you. I'm not going to personally use it because I don't think this road's long enough personally for me. And I'm quite comfortable just driving at this speed. So as we start to approach the next roundabout, the examiner's going to let me know that we're following signs now for city centre. Now, the roundabout that's coming up ahead, there's a little bit of planning involved at this roundabout, which I'll give you a bit of a heads up for. So, we're going straight ahead towards city centre. So, sign's telling me to slow down. I'm looking at the sign. I can see that city centre is second exit straight ahead. So I know I'm going straight on at this roundabout. Now, I have a bit of local knowledge at this roundabout, so I'm going to deliberately choose lane 2, even though lane 1 also goes straight. My reason being for that is I know that the first lane goes to Arena Park or Tesco. You can signal off this roundabout or you'll get away with not signalling off it. I personally signal. So yeah, looking at the floor there, we can see that the left lane only goes to Arena Park. This road again is a 50-mile-per-hour road, so I'm just picking up that speed. I can actually see that the lights ahead of me are red, so I might just start to reduce that now. But if you do pick the left lane and go straight ahead from that, all you need to do is a lane switch. The examiner will sometimes ask you as well to actually go into Tesco to do your manoeuvre here. Just depends on what manoeuvre you potentially got on that route. Obviously, I'm not going to go and do the manoeuvre, I'm just showing you guys the route. So, still following the road ahead for city centre. So, coming down here. Again, this is all a 50-mile-per-hour road, but it's quite busy, so I'm not able to go 50 at this moment in time. And I'm not going to overtake because I don't think that the road is long enough, and we are coming to the roundabout shortly. So looking at this sign on my left, I can see that the city centre is ahead, first exit. Now you could treat this roundabout like a second exit straight ahead, sorry, not like a second exit straight ahead. You could treat it like a straight ahead. So you could put no signal on approach and then signal left as you leave. However, because it's first exit, I'm just going to mirror signal left, because why not? It saves me doing work on the roundabout. My signal's not confusing to anyone because there is no left turn on this roundabout. So I'm going to wait. After that car is clear, so I'm going to go. My signal cancels itself, I just whack it back on. But I'd already showed intention to try. So now that we're coming up ahead to the next roundabout, we're still following signs for city centre. So take your time, keep it moving. The Blue Ribbon roundabout had some roadworks done to it, tail end of last year. So it's much nicer now, it's traffic light controlled. So looking at the sign, city centre is straight ahead, second exit. I'm just looking at the floor here and I can see that city centre is this middle lane. So just getting into it nice and safely. Leaving a nice distance from the car in front, tyres and tarmac, if you want to think about it like that. But really, the way that I like to explain it is that if that car broke down, do we have enough time to get around him? Well, he's decided to change his mind. Now, there is a truck in front of me, so I'm actually not going to move any closer because I want to see his mirrors so I know that he can see me. I'm going to leave a nice big gap between the truck and me. So I'm taking it nice and slow. The lane kind of follows on out. Just checking my left mirror, just making sure no one's going to accidentally slide in. Cool. And then now what we're going to do, mirror signal left off the roundabout and then carry on. So we can see that it goes to 50, but currently it's 30. So I'm not going above 30 yet, I'm waiting for that 50. Now I'm going to pick up my speed. Again, there are two trucks in front of me. I'm going 40 miles per hour at the moment. I can see up ahead is the roundabout, so I'm not going to overtake. I don't think this road's long enough. I don't think it's appropriate. At the next roundabout, we're going to get told to follow signs for Alderman's Green. Okay, so now we're following signs for Alderman's Green. Looking at the sign on the roundabout, I can see that Alderman's Green is the first exit left. So I'm going to check my centre mirror, my left mirror, indicate left. Looking at the road markings, I can see it's a left-hand lane for Alderman's Green. And then we're just going to slide up. Now it drops to a 30 here. Now the examiner may say something like, just to help with your planning, we're going to be turning right at the end of the road. The variation that I'm turning the next available right before the Cov appliance shop. The route that I'm doing today, I'm actually not going down that way because there's two variations of this route. So sometimes they turn you right here. I'm not taking that one today. So I'm going to carry on straight down here, and I'm going to be told at the traffic lights we're going to be turning left. So following the road down at the traffic lights, I'm going to be turning left. So checking my mirrors, giving a left signal, and then I'm going to slide into that left-hand lane. Obviously the light is red, so I'm going to come to a nice gentle stop at the line. There we go. Light goes green. We're going to be taking this turn. Lovely and smooth. So then we're going to be taking this next road on the left. And just so you know, the sign portion of this test is now done. Again, this road's quite common. They try and get you to maybe pull up on the left somewhere along here. I'm not going to be doing any pull-ups on the left. You guys should probably know how to park if you've got your driving test coming up. So we're going to carry on down the road, just keeping a nice safe speed. This road is 30 miles per hour, but I'm not doing 30. Double parked cars, you know, someone's door could swing open, it's residential. I'm happy with kind of a 20 speed limit here personally. So I'm going to carry on following this road round. Potentially, oh, I thought I saw something come in. Again, you've got to be so careful around here, guys, because if you come into a meeting situation, that's going to be quite tricky to navigate. So keep your eyes peeled. Look for those reflections in those cars when you're coming around the corners. Okay, so at the end of this road, we're going to be turning right. Now, people make a common mistake here. I'm going to check my centre mirror. I'm going to check my centre mirror, my right mirror. I'm going to indicate right. I'm going to carry on bringing it down. Now, you notice this road is so wide. The black car in front of me is doing a really good job at keeping to his lane. A lot of people here end up positioning to the right. It's quite a blind junction, so just take your time out of here, checking both ways, make sure it's safe. And it is, so I'm going to carry on. But take your time. Be honest with yourself. If you can't see, you can't go, keep edging forward. The examiner doesn't care how quickly, well, within reason, you take the turn. They care that you do it safely. Again, examiner might potentially ask you to park on the left, somewhere down here. Again, given the conditions of the road, I'm not going to be going too quick. It's a little bit wider here, so I'm pushing it a bit more towards mid-20s. But again, given the conditions on the day, you may go slower. At the end of this road, we're going to be turning left. So I'm checking my centre mirror, my left mirror, indicating left, slowing my speed down. I can see that it's a giveaway. So nice and steady. Looking to the right, but I'm going to position my car to the left. Now, there's some parked cars there making it quite tricky to see, but there is a car coming, so I'm going to wait. Now, there is a crossroad ahead from me. So again, just have to be cautious of that car potentially turning. Now, he was waiting, so I'm quite happy that it was safe for me to turn. Again, examiner potentially going to ask you to pull up on the left somewhere along this road. I'm not doing that today. So coming down into here, such a common mistake. Look at the signs, guys. It says 20 zone. That means this whole area is 20 miles an hour. Okay, so now that we've crossed that sign, everywhere past here is 20 until we see a sign that states otherwise. Another really common mistake that people make here is just in front of us is a bus stop. Now, sometimes there is a bus at this bus stop and you may potentially have to overtake it. We're turning left at the end of the road, so centre mirror, left mirror, indicating left. Yeah, sometimes the bus parks at this bus stop and you are needing to overtake it. It's completely clear, so I'm going to follow that turn through. Now, the speed limit on this road, guys. Still 20. Remember, it's a 20 zone. We've not seen any signs that state otherwise. So this is still a 20 mile per hour road. So keep it nice and steady. Take your time. We're not going to do any, blitzing it down here. It's still a 20. So be really careful. Okay? Again, signs that it's 20, there are speed bumps. Yeah, not to say that means it's always 20, but that is an indicator that there is a reduced speed limit on that road, or at least that they're trying to get you to reduce your speed. I know it's a 20. How do we know it's a 20? It said 20 zone, and we've not seen any signs for 30 as of yet. Now, coming into here, we have some warnings about a school, we have some warnings about a left turn, we have some warnings about the road narrowing, and we also have a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit and 20 zone ends. So this is where we go back into the 30. Up ahead, we can see a warning for a bend, and we can also see a warning for a hump bridge. So coming around here, again, double white lines in the middle of the road. You cannot overtake, you cannot go to that other side of the road unless there are exceptional circumstances. Carrying on through here, we're going to be asked to take a left turn at the cafe. So checking my mirrors, giving a signal, we're going to be turning left down this road. Then we're going to follow this road all the way down. Remember, this road technically a 30 mile per hour. Am I going to drive 30? No, of course not. Double parked cars, it's not appropriate, guys. So we're going to carry on driving down this road, you know, just chilling. Carrying on down here. Now this bend, I'm going to move back to the left before I start turning into that bend. I can see that it's clear, so then I'm going to turn up into that bend. We're going to be turning the next right. There are some pedestrians in the middle of the road. What's going on here? Are they going to move? Obviously taking my time here. They have moved out of my way. I'm checking it's clear now. Again, I'm keeping to the left as I turn into this road. I can see it's clear, so I'm going to turn a little bit more and come through in the middle. But again, be careful, because if a car's coming out of that road, it's going to be quite tricky. Now, this road, commonly used for parallel park. Yeah, really, really commonly used for parallel park. So get parking down this road, get practicing it. We're turning right at the end of this road now. Again, now when we come to the end of this road, we have to be so, so careful. This is such a difficult turn. Because of all the parked cars, we have to make sure that we're steering, because there's parked cars on the further side of the road, and also there's parked cars to the left, which make it so hard to see. So take your time, turn out nice and slow, and then we're going to carry on. At the end of this road, we're now going to turn left. Also, on the right here, that's a park on the right spot, potentially for that manoeuvre. You can park on the right somewhere along here. Turning left at the end of this road, again, quite a tricky one. We've got to go nice and slow. It's quite a blind junction from both sides, so be sure that you're looking both ways, because you're going to affect both lanes of traffic by turning out. For example, imagine I turned out here and a car was oncoming. Where are they going to go? So be really careful, guys. I know that it's a left turn, but we do need to look both ways. Turning left at the end of the road. Looking to the right, it's completely clear. I'm going to follow that through. Okay, nice and slow around this bend. It can be quite a tricky one, especially if you have a large vehicle coming towards you. Now, at the end of this road, we're going to be turning right towards Longford. So that's second exit. So I'm checking my mirrors, I'm giving a signal, keeping to the right-hand lane. Again, this roundabout can be quite busy at times, so please, please, please take your time and make sure it's clear to enter. We've got a lovely clear entry today, so I'm going to carry on through that. Again, it is Sunday, so it's a bit quieter. Checking my mirrors before I exit, signalling left. It's not a bus lane. Yeah, don't worry about it. There's no sign saying it's a bus lane. It's suspended. So carrying on down this road now. This is Longford Road. We're still in a 30 mile per hour zone, so I'm going to carry on following this road down. Sorry, I said it's Longford Road. Currently, it's Fosel Road, but heading towards Longford. So this road, got to be super careful. Cars turning out, cars turning in front of you, ambulances, buses. These are all things that you really have to be aware of, because there's an ambulance depot a bit further down the road, and obviously there's loads of bus stops. So you may need to overtake a bus, if it's safe to do so, of course. So we're carrying on down this road. And again, we're making decent progress down here. You've got to keep your eyes peeled. Situations are forever changing. We have a bit of a bridge here. Carrying on through and over. Beautiful. Can see it, this guy's turning, so I'm just going to ease off, let them turn out, and then carry on down here. Now, sometimes there's a man dancing on the left down here. Don't get distracted by him. He's a legend. Don't know why he dances on the left, but really, really common that when I'm driving down here, he's always doing weird stuff. He's dancing, he's, you know, with his cane, or he's chilling in a chair, or, yeah, he's always doing weird things. Don't get too distracted by him, guys. And if you've seen him or know who he is, let me know. Why is he always dancing? Really intriguing. I've never spoke to him. I've never even heard anyone else mention him, but he definitely exists. I'm not going crazy. Again, this is quite a long straight, so we're just following down the road. You know what, you don't realise how long this straight is. I feel like the Finding Nemo maybe. Just keep swimming, because the road is just so long. But again, when you're driving on these long straights, it's really important not to lose concentration, because I know it can feel so easy, especially like because you've just done so much of the test and you're kind of heading back to the test centre now. But just keep your eyes out, be vigilant. You know, these things are all really, really important. Coming over this bridge, don't go too quickly. You never know what's over it. Yeah, you can't see to the other side of the bridge, so just be really, really careful. Carrying on down the road. And we're so close to the finish line, guys. This test route, obviously, we blitzed it. We've done it really quickly. And there's the ambulance depot that I mentioned earlier. So this on the right here is an ambulance depot. Really common. I always see ambulances coming out of there. Look, 2 ambulances coming out. So just be aware of that, guys. This road always got ambulances. We're going to be turning right at the roundabout. It's going to be the 4th exit, and it's signposted towards Bayton Road, Bedworth. Now the sign's a bit misleading because it shows it as 3rd exit, but it is 4th exit. I'll count through them with you guys. So we're going to be turning right, centre mirror, indicating right, nice and steady on approach. Looking to the right, nice and early. I can see it is completely clear, so we're going to enter. We have exit 1 on the left there. Carrying on round. We have exit 2 on the left here. We have exit 3, which is McDonald Drive, which is just in front of us. And then we come up to our exit. So we're checking our mirrors, signalling left, and now we're going to exit towards Bayton Road, Bedworth. See, 4th exit, guys. A lot of people don't count McDonald Drive as an exit. You can go there, it's an exit. So we're in the home stretch now, heading back towards the test centre. Now, most people fail their tests in the first 5 minutes or the last 5 minutes. So keep your wits about you. You've got this. Carrying on down, we can see that the lights are red. Now, our light is a bit hidden behind a tree here. Oh my God, my learners, or well, a learner recently tried to jump this light on their mock test. So don't get caught out by that, guys. So we're going to be turning right at the lights now. So checking my centre mirror, right mirror, indicating right, coming to a nice gentle slowdown. Now we have a box here, so it makes it pretty simple. Coming into the middle, keeping to the right, making sure not to go into their box. Now it's quite hard to see past these cars, so just edge forward slowly until you get a view of the road and you can make a decision. Now I can see it's clear. I'm going to carry on. Now Bayton Road. Remember, it's a Sunday. This is normally full of trucks. Yeah, so just bear that in mind. You're not done yet. Keep your wits about you. Be really careful. You are in the home stretch, but there's still time for you to fail. So carrying on down the road, nice and slowly. Keep your wits about you. You're in the home stretch. As we come down here, the examiner's going to point out to you that you're going to be turning right into the test centre between the blue and white signs, which we can see in the distance down there. Obviously, the test centre's closed, so I can't go into there, but you guys would be turning right into the test centre and then being asked to maybe reverse bay or forward bay into any bay. I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm just going to carry on past that. But that, guys, I'm just going to park on the left here, would be the end of the test. That's personally one of my favourite routes. It is a sign test, so obviously the sign test was that we were following Coventry, following city centre, all the way down until we're following signs for Alderman's Green, and then that's where the sign portion of the test ended, and you'd switch over to the general driving ability. So guys, if you found that video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you know when we upload more helpful test routes like this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.